What is an organization's core values? What are you expecting to know about that particular organization? And in the world of academia, when you're dealing with colleges, what are the learning outcomes associated with that college? Hello, everybody. This is Nick Totero, Professor of Information Technologies, Computer Science, Lakeland Community College. Most, if not all, colleges, universities, places of higher education, even high schools, primary schools, have some kind of core value that they want their students to know. Actually, in industry, government, you name it, most organizations have some kind of mission statement, values that they hold near to them and dear, and they try to target their objectives to them. And in academia, we have what are called learning outcomes. Let's go up to my computer and let's take a look at Lakeland's specific core values and Lakeland learning outcomes. All right, in this assignment, you're going to be matching the core value to the answer or to the definition of that core value. So this particular assignment really has two questions. The questions are matching. So over here would be the word that we're looking at, and over here would be the matching term associated with it. I will tell you for this particular matching exercise, there's only one answer to each vocabulary. And then the same thing for Lakeland Community College learning outcomes. Now, let's talk about learning outcomes. Normally, every class, every curriculum or every program, and then the school will have learning outcomes. And that is after you are done with that course, after you are done with your degree, what did you learn? What were the targets? Now, we're only going to be investigating Lakeland's overall learning outcomes, but you will often see, especially in my course, instructors will put the course's learning outcomes. But for this assignment and for this video, we're only going to look at Lakeland's learning outcomes, and we're going to look at Lakeland's core value. Of course, I've made those links available for you. They are readily available to you through Lakeland's website. That's not an issue. So I just provided the links in our course site to make things a little bit easier. So let me close the assignment, and under content reading, I'll go to Lakeland's core values. And you would do this too as you're working on the assignment. So I'm not going to sit here and read these assignments to you or these values to you. I'm assuming because you're in college that you know how to read. So this is more, I'm kind of showing you where things are. You will notice, I've always loved this core purpose of Lakeland, to impact lives through learning. Most core purposes, strategic values are very short, maybe a sentence or two. Lakeland's just says we're impacting lives through learning. The college and the community as a whole feel that education obviously can take you places and can significantly positively impact your particular life. You see here, well, here are the core values. Excellence, accessibility, diversity, integrity, innovation, and joy. And there's the definitions. Guess what? If you were to go back to the assignment from a couple minutes ago, there's your matching. But let's look at some other things. The vision to be the best in creative quality learning opportunities. Read those, understand those. But I think that's great. You read them, but start looking at other organizations. When you go seeking gainful employment, start doing homework on the places that you may interview. Do they have core values? Do they have a mission statement? I'm pretty confident they do have mission statements. So let's say hypothetically, you are looking for an organization that maybe deals a lot with the outside and resources and the environment. That's going to be stated inside their vision, mission, core values, etc. So this happens to be Lakeland's. So I encourage you to read these and then obviously complete the assignment. What about Lakeland's learning outcomes. I've already clicked to it. Lakeland's learning outcomes are what do we expect Lakeland graduates to attain over their time at Lakeland? You will notice that they're not specific to a course or a specific degree. These are all the things that, regardless of the course that you take or the curriculum that you follow, these are what we want to see after you've graduated, or actually learn about them during your time at Lakeland, but after you graduate and you kind of follow along. You'll notice that there's learns actively, thinks critically, communicates clearly. They're not talking very specific about specific courses, but you will often see these embedded into courses, because when we design courses, we want to look at some of these, say, does this particular assessment meet this particular criteria? Now, it would be almost impossible to have a single assessment meet all these criteria, but trust me, when we develop course material, we have to take this into consideration. Does this assignment, does it align to something as communicates clearly? That's why a lot of times you may see presentations inside a course, because presentations are a method that we can evaluate. Are you communicating clearly? So there's a series of Lakeland learning outcomes. They're in our catalog. I just brought it up here on the screen. So let me go back to the actual assignment real quickly. I shouldn't have closed it. And again, you see the verbiage, and here is the definition that I'm looking for. You see the verbiage over here for Lakeland's learning outcome, and then what you're comparing here. So let's wrap some things up. There are times that we look at different organizations that we're wondering, does this organization match my particular desires? When we look at academic institution, does this academic institution meet my particular requirements? And you're going to find those in, whether it be the core values or the Lakeland learning outcomes. So take a little time, read them, answer the question. You can, for these assignments, these are not quizzes, but you can answer them as many times as you want to make sure that you understand it. But at a minimum, read those core values. And then again, when you go out seeking gainful employment, look up the core values of that organization. Or better yet, if you're currently employed, look up your core values for that given organization. Hope you enjoyed it. That being said, let's go on and learn something.